Hello all, welcome to Mathletes. In this session, we are going to see how to calculate the slope of a straight line given the 2 points on the line, right? We talked earlier that slope is nothing but it's a change in y divided by the change in x, or essentially, what is the change in y for unit change in x, right? So let's say we have 2 points, a and b on a straight line AB. The coordinates of point A are x1, y1, and the coordinates of point B are x2, y2, right? So going back to our definition of change in y divided by the change in x, let's see what would be the slope of this line AB, right? In going from A to B, what is the change in y? The value of y for A was y1, right? This is the value of y for A, and this is the value of y for B. So essentially the change in y is this portion, right? So y2 minus y1 divided by the change in x. In the same logic, the x value for B is x2, right? This is the x coordinate of point B, and x1 is the x coordinate for point A. So the change in x is x2 minus x1. So it is as simple as that. The slope is nothing but the change in y over change in x. We also sometimes call it as delta y over delta x. Delta represents the change, right? We can take a real life example. Let's say this point was minus 1 comma 3, and this point is, let's say, 5 comma 8. Let's try to find the slope of this line AB. So the slope of the line AB would be change in y. So y2 minus y1, 8 minus 3, divided by the change in x, which is 5 minus of minus 1. We have to be careful. The x coordinate of point A is minus 1. So it will be 5 over 6. So the slope of line AB will be 5 over 6 in this case. Now that we understand how to find the slope of a line between 2 points, let's go and understand how to find the distance between the 2 points. Before we go there, we need to understand something called as the Pythagorean theorem. Right? This Pythagorean theorem is applicable only to the right angle triangles. Essentially, one of the angles of the triangle has to be 90 degrees, right? So let's say that we have a right angle triangle PQR, in which angle R is 90 degrees. The two sides of the triangle which cross at 90 degree, they are called as the legs of the triangle. And the side which is directly opposite to 90 degrees is the longest side of the triangle and is called as the hypotenuse of the triangle. So these are just some of the names which you need to remember. Again, length PQ, which is opposite to 90 degrees, is called the hypotenuse, and these two sides QR and PR are called as the legs of the triangle. Now what the Pythagorean theorem states is that the sum of the squares of the legs, so RQ square plus PR square, the sum of the squares of the two legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Right. We are going to see how we will use this Pythagoras theorem directly into finding out the distance between the 2 points. Let's now try to find the length of AB. For doing that, we draw a horizontal line from A, something like this, and a vertical line from B, something like this. We see that these 2 points intersect at a point C, and this is a 90-degree angle. Essentially, ABC becomes a right angle triangle. We can directly use Pythagoras theorem now on this right angle triangle, which says AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square, right? The square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the two legs, right? Now what is AC? The length AC is nothing but x2 minus x1. What is the length BC? It is nothing but y2 minus y1. We just put in these values here and get this. But we are interested in AB and not in AB square, hence we take the square root on both the sides. And essentially this becomes our formula, so to say, to find the distance between 2 points, wherein the first point is x1 comma y1 and the second point is x2 comma y2. Let's now use this formula to compute the actual length of AB in this example, where point A is -1 comma 3 and point B is 5 comma 8. So in this example, AB will be equal to x2 minus x1 whole square. So 5 minus of -1, which is 5, plus 1, which is 6 square, plus y2 minus y1 whole square. 8 minus 3 is 5 whole square, which is nothing but 36 plus 25, and which comes out to be 61. Hence, in this particular example, the length of AB comes out to be square root of 61. Hopefully you guys have a good understanding on how to find the slope of 2 points on a straight line, how to find the distance between the 2 points on a straight line. If you guys like the video, please do like and subscribe.